Rolls-Royce is unveiling 3 brand new models in its handmade Phantom series, and the company's chief executive, Torsten Müller-Ötvös, joins us now live from the Motor Show. Thank you ever so much for coming on World Business Today, and good morning to you, Mr. Ötvös.
Hi, good morning.
Let's start out by talking about the increased demand for green cars here. Now, what's really interesting is that you've launched 3 new types of the Phantom cars, obviously some of the most expensive and coveted motor vehicles anywhere in the world. They've also cut emissions by about 10% as well here. How important is that for your customers?
I mean, it's a constant improvement process, very much in the tradition of Sir Henry Royce, who was always saying, strive for the best and improve what you get and make it even better. So this is what we are constantly doing, and we have completely, you can say, updated and modernized the Phantom line just for that exact sake. So this is not only due to emission levels and fuel consumption, which is down 10%, but also to many other technical items. And that is also important in that segment. Of course, Phantom is an icon, and an icon is nothing you would change immediately overnight. So we have listened carefully to our customers who have said us, change the car, but only very subtle, and this is exactly what we have done to keep that car being the pinnacle in the automotive luxury world in the world.
How resilient is the automotive sector, particularly the top luxury brand that you're in, which is extremely expensive in comparison to some of the other cars I was reading in our introduction? How resilient is it during these times of austerity?
I mean, we have seen last year growth in all countries over the world. We had a record year in 2011. And I'm cautiously optimistic that we see again a record year here in 2012. It is, of course, nothing where I would say it doesn't affect at all our customers. Yes, also certain, let's say, actions happening in economies are also affecting our customers. On the other side, I would never say that everything is in doom and gloom in the world. We have seen a lot of growth. We have a lot of entrepreneurs in our customerships, and those customers are rewarding themselves with the purchase of Rolls-Royce for successes in their business. And I'm very confident this will be quite stable over the next years. And also, when you look into statistics, there are a lot of ultra high net worth individual statistics around which forecast year by year a growth of 10%, which also makes me optimistic about our future over the next years.
Now, if we break down your product range here, what's really interesting to note is that you have cars like the Phantom, which require a chauffeur to drive, but you've also got another few models in the owner-driver market, which is, say, for instance, where you don't need a chauffeur driving those kind of cars. You seem to have had particular success with that particular range.
I mean, we have introduced 3 years ago the Rolls-Royce Ghost, a very successful car. A car which is, I would say, a more subtle way to drive a Rolls-Royce, clearly a driver's car. 80% of our customers in that Rolls-Royce Ghost are completely new to the brand. They are driving that car daily as, you can say, a business tool. And also in Phantom, we see more and more people driving themselves. The Coupe, for instance, and the convertible are clearly self-driven cars. So that might change also ongoingly over the next years.
OK, Torsten Müller-Ötvös, thank you very much for joining us there. That is the CEO of Rolls-Royce, and he was joining us from the Geneva Motor Show.